Alright, so we finally completed the Mountain collection. Yes, I have every variation of the album, including the CDs, tapes, and the records now. And I got some of these through waitlists on Gorillaz.com. I got some of these from my connections in the UK, and some of them were actually sent in by fans, so I appreciate the heck out of you all. And of course, the ones I did get was brought to you by the patrons and channel members. Thank you all so much for the support. I could not do this without you. Alright, so let's get into it. So the first one I got was actually from the Gorillaz website, and it is the picture disc. These things are freaking beautiful. They say picture discs don't play well, but I'm going to mainly use this for display purposes anyway. It comes in a plastic sleeve like this. Yeah, gorgeous picture of Kali on the front there, and then the mountain on the back. It says Kong 001 LPP for the picture disc on the sticker. It comes in a clear plastic sleeve that includes the track list, insert. Alright, here's the other disc. It has Shiva on the back and the Gorillaz The Mountain on the front. And then the insert, it has that poem that Damon Albarn wrote with the track list on the back. It is just one singular insert with the plastic sleeve. Alright, then next we have the standard black vinyl, which is the only color I didn't have. And this one was actually kind of unique. It was basically the same as that Target exclusive red vinyl that had all the gloss inserts. As you can see, the front of the album is actually gloss and has the wider ribbon like the Target exclusive vinyl had. So here they are side by side. And here is the other standard edition side by side. See, it is definitely bigger. It is the same size as the Target one. Alright, same inside. It has the insert with the track list and a poem on it. And the actual cases for the discs are also the gloss. And there's those beautiful black discs. Gorgeous. It does have the same scratchings on it with the Kong 001. Right, and here's the other disc. Again, gorgeous. Alright, everything else in there is pretty much the same. But again, it was very similar to that Target exclusive album. Alright, and this one here is my replacement disc from Bad World Records. It is the second disc that I was missing, because for some reason I got 2 of the liquid filled discs and did not get the second disc at all. But Bad World Records is an amazing company, and they sent me this replacement disc for the one I was missing. Again, thank you all so much. You really didn't have to do that, but it just shows how amazing of a company they really are, and how much they actually take care of the customers. And I got the white disc with the yellow Noodle on one side, and Murdoc on the other. Absolutely gorgeous disc. Thank you so much for being such a great company. And the scratchings are actually different on this one. It said BP001 instead of Kong001 for the Blood record. Alright, and then I did get all the cassettes. Each one features a different band member. So we've got Murdoc, Russel, 2D, and Noodle. And it is the same images on the insert that holds the discs inside of the vinyls. It's a very nice touch. On the back side, they each have different colors. We've got kind of a darker orange, almost like a red, a white, a yellow, and like a lighter orange. And I think it's funny, but only the Murdoc cassette has the actual sticker. And it does say Kong 001 on that sticker. And here are the actual cassettes themselves. Each cassette is yellow, and the sticker on each cassette matches the color on the box. And each one came with a temporary tattoo of the mountain. Very cool collection. I'd definitely recommend getting these if you're a collector of Gorillaz merch. And they weren't that bad. They were $12 each on the website. Now, they are sold out again, but they do restock very often. So go ahead and get yours reserved today on these. Alright, and then last but not least, the Gorillaz The Mountain book edition. This thing is huge. It basically looks like the deluxe edition, even has the same like folds and everything, but it's just a gigantic version of it. And there was a funny message attached to this one. Since the last one, the UK exclusive vinyl, was sent bent, the case was at least, they wrote this on the box: fragile, don't bend please. I really appreciate that, but it's so funny to me. Let's go ahead and get this bad cat open. So it actually does read like a book. All the inserts are actually part of the book itself. They are attached. Just like in the deluxe edition, we got the pictures, and they actually do label what the pictures are, which is unlike any of the other versions, which I think is really freaking cool. First of all, we've got New Day, New Delhi. We've got Lord Shiva the Destroyer, with the Shiva on top of the temple image. We've got Finding Mowgli, with this image. We've got Ganesha on the roof, with Ganesha sitting on the roof, of course, and Murdoc's naked. Again, we've got an elephant in Japan, with that funny image where Tootie's getting hurt by the elephant. We got Attack on the 50-Foot Collie, and it's just that. We got Making the Manifesto. So that's what this image was. They're making the Manifesto with the Jaipur band here. Funeral Pyre Dogs, with the infamous image of the Del Spirit going out of Russell. Dinner at the Golden Temple, Amritsar, with that also nefarious image where Spotify enhanced the image by using AI, which they basically just put in a weird character that didn't exist. We've got the Colonial Palace Hangover, which introduces Murdoc's ox. Then we've got Jeepster Rishikesh with that said vehicle here. The Happy Dictator single image. Picnic at the Ganges. Murdoc's naked again. The God of Lying, which uses the dragon image instead of the 2D image. The Moon Cave, with this beautiful image. The Sad God, with the Lion Vishnu incarnation. Shadowy Light, on the river to the afterlife. And last but not least, the full track list. Alright, and then the discs are actually located in the very top in these black sleeves. They're not in the band theme sleeves, it's just a plain black sleeve, which I found kind of interesting, but I guess it just helps with the size of the book and everything. They couldn't really fit the bigger ones in there. And the discs are exactly the same as the original black LP, all the way down to the scratchings. So here's a better look at the sides and back. Like I said, this thing is huge. It is literally a book. It's a gigantic version of the deluxe album. Alright, so that completes my collection. I now have all of The Mountain. Which one is your favorite? Which one did you get? And which one do you wish you had? Let's talk about it all in the comments. I also want to point out this awesome art by Sharkba. And they asked, what do you think of my art? And it's this art of Demon Days 2D with Bonesy and his mask from Plastic Beach, On Air from Trans. There's just so much 2D here. And I really like the art style. It's very Jamie, but it's also its own unique style too. Just a perfect combination. I really, really like this. If you want me to rate it, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. It's almost perfect. Only thing I could say to improve it would be to color it. I would love to see this colored.